My man Justin Phillips.
Bro, I was doing like $1 million a month, bro, living in a 1-bedroom apartment, sleeping on the floor.
Straight up.
I think the biggest lessons I learned was the person I had to become and who I had to leave behind at every level of success in the business. Secret is simple, bro. Like, I just...
I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Next Level Living podcast. Hey, listen, it's your favorite podcast. I mean, listen, #1 ranked podcast amongst anybody who like podcasts. We ain't got time for that. And we back, y'all. Like, listen, like, even right now, like, our podcast so dope. Jeremy is trying to get my attention. He wants to be a part of the intro so bad. But it don't matter because he gonna get his chance. Like, he's gonna get it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go straight to him right now. Jay, how you feeling?
Man, bro, I'm feeling great, man. Thank you for asking me. And thank you for having me on your show.
That's great. Jeremy,
No, I'm feeling good,
this
bro.
is our show.
I'm feeling good.
I couldn't do it without you.
Right, thank you,
Literally.
man. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here. I can't wait to talk about it, I guess, but I got to kick it to my cousin. How you feeling, Chris?
I'm feeling good.
Prince is matching with you.
Prince is matching. We,
Outfit,
oftentimes
hair.
we're twins. Yes.
You
Oh.
giving me like R&B diva, like 90s energy, who don't be like messing with other artists. Like, don't talk to me.
Some
real.
antisocial.
It's looking real like Mary J. Blige,
Okay.
but like off of, is it Power or Canaan? It's Power. Which one? Power. Power book, too, yeah.
Shout out to the Tom Ford shades, though. I see
Okay,
you,
yeah,
Chris.
shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Jeremy gonna notice some quality. Hey, did you notice what kind of shades mine got? They 2 names, too.
TikTok shop.
No
TikTok,
name.
baby.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who need Tom Ford when you can get TikTok, baby?
There we go.
You feel me?
Hey, speaking of shout outs, I believe you got one.
Yes. Okay.
Thank
so
you.
we have.
I'm just proud to be doing
right,
what
look,
God
look.
blessed me to do. Oh, it's
We're
not
gonna
about me?
shout out Don Stone. Yes, no, we're gonna shout out Don Stone right now.
A member of the Speakers Academy.
Yes,
sure.
Come
for
on.
$9,700 for one engagement.
Let's go.
No, in a month. $9,700 a month.
Let's go.
Yes.
Okay.
So
That's not bad for a part-time hustle. And let me say this. I'm not saying speaking is a hustle. Y'all know what I'm saying. 'Cause
Yeah.
You got the people online. That's another area
well,
I
because
need to
some
grow.
people
I need to
do this
mature
plus
to.
do other
real?
things, and it's
I
just
can't
like
let it go. The trolls.
Yeah.
Like I just, anyway.
You just look past 1,000
Yeah.
compliments and then you see them too.
But Dawn, 9,700.
yes, congratulations, Don. Like that's
Yeah.
dope. Yes.
for sure.
Okay.
Let me just say this too about Dawn and about a lot of the people in our community. I'm really proud of the ladies, the women at our conference. Like they go crazy in our community. Like matter of fact, on day 2 as a tribute, every single speaker except for me and Tim are all women speakers
I
at the
peeped
conference.
that too. That's fire.
It's gonna be crazy, bro.
That's fire.
So the women, and then I would probably say 55% of the people in our community, are women.
Oh,
Really?
that's dope.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so people
We
say,
got stuff to say. Let me tell
is
you.
public speaking a male-dominated space? I'm like, I can't really say for the overall industry, but people in our community is making it happen. And I love it. So shout out to Don Stone. I love it.
Yes.
And shout out to our guest today, man.
Come on.
My brother. This is my ping pong, not, I wouldn't say champion. You do be winning, but
No, you was right with
we be
champion.
having
wow.
some battles.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. You're really talented, honestly.
Bro,
Yeah.
do you beat him for real?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
bro, he's
if
savage.
you beat him in front of me, bro, I got you for life, dog.
Because he's been
there
trying
we
to
go.
beat
let
him
me
for
get
like
it on
5 years.
camera. No, I stopped playing.
But let me say
I
something.
bowed out.
But
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
say
keep
this
losing
though.
forever.
But I'm gonna say this though, like, yo, bro, real recognize real, bro. Like,
He nice
you know
like
what I'm saying?
that?
You nice with it, yeah. I mean, my
Wow.
wrist was broke, but I mean, who
Oh,
cares?
come on.
Wow.
No, I'm just playing. No, matter of fact,
Oh my
matter of
God.
fact, we
See,
played.
he gonna
Actually,
give you
we
a
played a
half
few
compliment.
games,
That's
but you was
crazy.
nice
Always a
with
half.
it, bro.
Look,
You can't even get a whole compliment.
I gave him his respect.
You
He didn't want to.
did.
That's cool.
But I did bring it up though. But not only do you dominate in that space, but bro, you dominate in life.
Appreciate
And
it.
there's so much that we're gonna
what you
unpack.
did,
But my
bro.
man Justin Phillips, man, how you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling great. It's an amazing space, and I really appreciate being here, honestly.
Man, appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thank
pulling
you.
up again. This
Of
ain't
course.
the first time
No,
we
of
be
course. We
building.
family.
Man, what I love about you, your story, and we're gonna get into your background in just a minute. But for those of y'all that don't know, co-founder, you know what I'm saying, owner, support black colleges. But bro, you've evolved into a whole nother person, human, influencer. By the time this drops, you'll have 1 million followers on YouTube. You become the go-to authority when it comes to anybody in fashion and design and bro, you just brilliant on so many levels, man. And so I wanted to kind of get into your story, bro.
Yeah.
Like you didn't just wake up and just be a super multi-millionaire in several different industries and with a crazy successful clothing brand. Like, where you from? Tell the people where you from, where it started,
Yeah.
and how'd you get here?
Great question. So started off in Houston, Texas, born and raised there.
Yep.
Grew up with a single family household or single parent household with my mom. So my dad went to jail when I was 2. He got out when I was 17. So lived with just me and my mom for all of my formative years, pretty much, and watched my mom grow up working, hustling, trying to figure it out. And then when she had me, my grandmother actually kicked her out of the house. So she was bouncing around house to house, friend to friend, couch to couch with me. But luckily, she was able to have like child's care at her high school. So they were able to take care of me. And that's like formative. I don't want to take the whole story, but you know, went to high school, graduated, went to Howard University.
But let me rewind. So in Houston, so they let her stay in school.
Yes.
Wow. See,
Yeah.
so how old was your mom when she had you?
17.
So my mom was 16,
mom was
but in
19.
Dallas, different part of Texas,
Yeah.
they made her drop out of school.
Oh, wow.
They ain't let you be in school.
Yeah, they had a little daycare in the side.
That's deep.
So then,
Okay.
because in her graduation photo, she was holding me in her arms.
Wow. Oh,
if we
my
got
gosh.
that pic for those watching it
Yeah.
on YouTube, let's
We
definitely
need
insert that. Yeah.
I'll send it
Sure.
to for sure.
Yeah, beautiful, bro.
Oh, wow.
So you finished high school.
Right. Went to college. I didn't know where to go to college. No one in my family went to college. I was the first one in my family. So I was actually getting my hair cut by my barber, obviously a long time ago because I got long hair.
Come on.
But I'm getting my hair cut. And it's not, you know how you have your main barber and then you got the barber when your barber is
Yeah.
busy? And then he'd be
Yeah,
like,
but I
hey,
heard about it.
buddy, go get
Oh,
you
no.
right. So I went to my second barber and then I was getting my hair cut. And he was like, where are you going to school? You're a senior. And then I was like, man, I got accepted to Howard University, Baylor, and University of North Texas. And he was like, which one of those are outside of Texas? And I was like, Howard. And he was like, I think that's a HBCU too. And I was like, I didn't know what HBCU was.
Yeah.
And then he was like, man, go to the one that's outside of Texas and go
Yeah.
get an outside experience. So I went to go visit. And when you see HBCU, it's just like we went into
different.
the cafeteria, bro. They had a DJ in the cafeteria. They playing Nuck If You Buck. We eating catfish and, you know, green beans.
That's so fire.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I need to be here.
Yeah.
So then I went to school. I didn't know what a fraternity was, sorority. I didn't know nothing about
Right.
it. But then that school really made me more of who I was and showed me more about Black excellence, things of that nature. And then when we started to see what they were selling in the bookstore, we were like, bro, we can make some stuff that's way more cool than that.
Yeah.
So then we started to make our own stuff, and that's where the business came from. But that's kind of like the transition from
That's so dope.
where I'm from to
So
college.
what year would you say that you started that when you were support by colleges? Like when
Yeah.
you were in college, you didn't wait till you were done. You was like, nah, we in here now.
Yeah.
Y'all about to be our
Yeah.
spokespersons in the sense.
How it kind of happened was that was in 2012.
Okay.
Because, you know, I have a partner and he started it in 2012 with his cousin. Because his
Okay.
cousin's a really good designer. And then Corey was a sophomore and I was a freshman.
Okay.
So they started it and I was just being a good friend because I met Corey randomly outside of a house party. Because they do like freshman week when you're in
Okay.
college.
Yeah.
So then I'm sitting outside because I used to throw parties back home. And then I'm outside of a party as a freshman just trying to analyze like, who takes the money, who's the popular kids, like what do the flyers look like, how are they promoting? And then he walked up to me, he was like, why are you sitting outside of a party? You're a freshman, right? I was like, yeah, I'm trying to like figure out what's going on. And then he was like, okay, cool, like that's what's up, come into the party for free and then let's link up or whatever.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yep, bro.
Yeah.
That's why you did. So when the people watching this,
Man.
y'all gonna wonder, because we ain't even got into nothing.
don't
Y'all
even
gonna
miss
wonder like,
that fact.
how did he get to where
Yeah.
it's because who he is.
Yeah.
99.9% of people is gonna be in the party.
Right.
But because the way your brain works, like you wanna learn and understand, and you'll see how I'll tie this back in later. But you were outside. They like, yo, why you not in there? And you're like, I'm just trying to see how this whole thing. I just have to acknowledge.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that's a different type of mindset.
For sure.
Understood.
Cause I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I would have been up in there bucking. You know,
Right.
if you bucking, right?
not
But
right.
you're like, nope. Let me sit back and just see what's
No,
happening.
that's a
here.
different
Okay,
mindset.
continue. Yep.
Yeah. So then me and Corey became friends then. And then he said, man, I want to start this business with my cousin called Sport by College. And I was like, cool, however I can help, just let me know. So if you scroll back on the first post on Sport by College Instagram, it's a picture of me because I was doing a photo shoot for him just as a friend.
Wow.
And just, pull up on Sunday and let's do photos. And I was like, whatever. So then from there, he started to do the business and just him and his cousin. And then we graduated actually. So I moved back to Houston. And then one day he called me. He was like, yo, bro, man, I really want you to like be involved with Support Black College and like, let's take this serious. But I was in Houston doing a bunch of stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing, making a lot of fast money. And then I was like, bro, I'm cool. Like, I'm really good. And then it came down to a point where, you know, you have that choice of like, do I take the fast money route and go like 2 feet in that, or do I step out and like, cause I was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And then something happened where I was like, bro, I gotta choose. And I just chose to go the unknown route that I didn't know if it was gonna be great, or do I go all in? I just knew that if I kept doing what I was doing, I was either gonna die or go to jail. So it was actually more risky for me to continue doing that than it was for me to actually try something that was unknown. So I went down that path, and then that was when we started the business together. And then I actually moved to Atlanta, packed up all of my stuff in a Nissan, and just drove across 12 hours. And then we started the business.
And what year was this when y'all really started and really took it a bit serious?
Serious, that was 2018. Yeah.
And then from there, give us some numbers of 2018, 2019, 2020, like what y'all were doing, the different milestones and things like that. Yeah.
So first year we did 140,000.
Okay.
Second year we did 700,000.
Yeah.
And then the third year we did 4 million. And then from there we went up to 8 figures in sales. Yeah.
So 140,000.
And that's in merch?
And 700,000.
Dang.
And then you jump from that to 4 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's almost like a 5X.
Yeah, every year.
Each time,
Correct.
right? Yeah, that is amazing. So I wanted that to be pointed out.
Do you like math?
Huh?
You like math? You just did that easily like that?
Yeah, I really don't like math, but
I
numbers.
literally was sitting there trying to do the math in my head, and you 5 times I don't know what you did. I don't know if y'all had this conversation prior, but that was very impressive, Jeremy.
Appreciate that.
That's my last compliment for the episode, but that's really good. I don't like complimenting.
I'm down for the episode.
I was so impressed by that. The Holy Spirit was like, Mike, you hating, just tell him. Like, that was really dope that he did that. All right, cool. That's cool.
That's funny. Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
So
bro.
I'll say this. There are times in the episodes when I'll stop and pause and reflect on something because I want people to get it. So for all of our folks out here that still using the excuse, my father was in prison.
Right.
Miss me with that.
Right.
For all the people that still using the excuse, my mama was young, or I'm trying to figure things out. Like yo, those are excuses, right? You got somebody here that you ain't grow up with a silver spoon, right? Y'all went from place to place, like child daycare while she in school, like struggle. Finished college, praise God.
Yeah.
Praise God, bro, that your barber was not there.
Right.
Grant, I be seeing stuff like that, dude. I'm thinking like, yo, God is in there.
Right.
Because had he not been there, the
Who knows?
hometown hero might have been like, yeah, bro, stay right here. Or maybe go to North Texas, you know what I'm saying, up near Dallas.
Or
But for
just
you
not
to
have
say-
a depth conversation.
Or
Just
not have
talk
a
about
depth
something.
conversation.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was like, get out of here, and then you got accepting the Howard. But again, some of y'all are just consuming the stuff, but you're not really being a part of it. Right? I oftentimes, I see some of our mutual friends like Trap and others that's in the stocks. And they're like, bro, you sitting here buying Louis Vuitton, but you don't owe no stock in Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, right.
That's a different mindset, bro. You was like, yo, I'm at this party, but I'm actually outside the party watching and peeping it.
Right.
The other thing, he made a pivot. Bro, you was like, yo, I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the streets, getting this money. Like, I know that. I was never 2 feet in.
Right.
All the crazy stuff I was doing, I still wasn't, I don't know, that's debatable. But what I'm saying is like, bro, you know what I'm saying? But you made a decision to say, I'm gonna go with the unknown.
Correct.
Because I know this way is very, very, very few people that make a couple million, get out, and then go legit.
Exactly.
Very, 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 very few people.
Right.
I'll probably say not even the 1%.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because really the 1% is the ones that's really, really at the top.
Yeah.
And most of them are end up dead or in prison.
Right.
So I just had to highlight some of those pivotal milestones where you made a decision to cross over. 140, 700,000, 4 million, and then 8 figures from there. Phenomenal, bro.
Amazing.
What are some of the like challenges that you faced kind of in the beginning? Because some people look at this and they're like, oh, it's just success. Like, people just love the merch. Like, this is what they did. But like, what are some of the challenges, some of the like milestones to take you to that 5 million, you know?
Yeah. I think the biggest challenge was you got to become a different person at every level in business.
Okay.
And it takes removing your ego to be able to become that person. So the person that you are from 0 to 100,000 is like, hey, I can do customer service myself and I can do, you know, shipping. But then when you want to go to 100,000 to 1 million, you can't ship all of the packages. You can't do all the customer service. But in that moment at 100K, man, I'm a 6-figure entrepreneur. I'm the best at, you know, customer service and this and that. So you have to constantly relinquish the activities that you're doing and then constantly relinquish your ego to allow you to move forward. But when you go to scale, it's actually very difficult because let's just say $100 billion company like Disney, Walt Disney doesn't run that company,
Yeah.
Bob Iger does, because someone else had a bigger vision for the company that they founded than he did.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you have a limited amount of ego to where you can allow that to happen for yourself as well? So I think the biggest lessons I learned was the person I had to become and who I had to leave behind at every level of success in the business.
That's deep.
That's rich, bro.
Yeah.
So for me, my bad. I want to know, what did you learn the most about yourself coming from Houston, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, taking a chance on, like you said, the unknown, as you called it, right? Taking that chance and then watching yourself struggle with things that you started to overcome. Because I know it wasn't smooth, right?
Yeah.
You literally, there were things that I may not know about or the listeners may not know about, but that you literally had to fight through in
Right.
order to be true to the best self that you were becoming.
For sure. It was tough too. Bro, if I have a video, I'll send it to y'all because every man in my family was doing illegal stuff. And that was what made me want to do it. And they doing like 5,000 a day, 6,000 a day, something like that. And I remember when we wasn't making no money, I'm walking to the warehouse and I made a video and I was like, bro,
That
all of my
battle.
brothers is doing 5,000, 6,000 a day. I'm struggling right now, bro, but I know if I continue on this path of doing it the right way, then I'll be able to match that or surpass it. Not that I'm in competition, but I want to be able to do it the right way.
Yeah.
And then now it's interesting, like all of the homies that were doing things in that nature is like, yo, bro, how do we start a brand or how do we do X, Y, and
Yeah.
Z? Because they're trying to get out of that because they did it for so long. So it was just tough. Like to answer the question, it was just tough to see everyone around you doing very well. And then dying to yourself and being like, okay, they doing it the wrong way though. So I
Right.
gotta do it the right way
Okay.
so that I could be blessed.
Yeah.
That's so far, bro.
Yeah, it's a different mindset. I believe what got you here won't take you there.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I'm in the constant place of like, okay, what got me to this phase in my life now? Like, who do I gotta become
Correct.
to go to that next phase, to make that next transition? So that's inspiring to see. Now I want to get into the mindset. When we're here at the Next Level Living podcast, we want to highlight the struggle, the success, but also the mindset, right?
Yeah.
I think it's interesting, bro. You could easily, not that I have access to your books, but bro, like I know the scope.
Right.
You could easily have a Lambo or two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you could easily have a 10,000 square foot house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that you still sleep on the floor.
Right.
You could buy you could buy a shack bed, bro. You know what I'm saying? A Super King.
Right.
Talk about what the things that you do that most people probably don't know.
Right.
That keeps you grounded, that keeps you humble,
Yeah.
that keeps you locked in on a mission.
Yeah.
Talk about that, bro.
So the reason I still sleep on the floor is because when I was living in Houston, I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment with 5 people.
Yeah.
So I had to sleep on the floor. I didn't have a choice. So we would like share the bed. Then you sleep in the bed this day, you sleep in the bed the
Yeah.
next day, whatever. And then I remember when I started to like become successful, I think I was in my head like, is this gonna sustain? You know, are you gonna be able to sustain this for a while? So I stayed just out of fear, like continue sleeping on the floor. It was
Yeah.
one piece of it was fear, like, bro, you've never had this much money, like keep it as long as
Yeah.
possible. That's number one. And then number two was I would always tell myself, okay, you hit 500,000 a month, 600, whatever. And then I'm looking back and like, bro, you could easily be right back on the floor in Houston where you were because that was just a year ago or just 2 years ago. So I do it, number one, to like constantly wake up and fight to earn the right to have a bed or constantly fight to earn the right to, you know, like I had to earn sleep, you know, like I remember just working all day, like telling myself, bro, you got to work hard enough today to earn the right to go to sleep today. So yeah, that was the reason I did it. And then now, even when I do have a better apartment, and the reason I want to talk about that too, because I was doing like $1 million a month, bro, living in a 1-bedroom apartment, sleeping on the floor.
Straight up.
And then I met with one of my homies. His name's
Man.
Vic Blends.
Bro.
He cuts hair, and he does like TikToks and stuff.
Oh, Vic Blends,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
dope, bro.
So I met up with him and we were furniture shopping. And then he goes like, how's business? How's everything? And I'm like, bro, I'm doing well, da-da-da. And then he's showing me the furniture he's getting. And then I'm like, bro, you gonna laugh at me when you see my spot. And I showed him a picture of my spot. And he was like, bro, you doing everything that you're doing, great, but it's from a place of lack. And he was like, imagine if you were building this business and you're sitting in the best chair and you're waking up to the best view and everything that you have around you is excellence. You created a great business from a place of lack. What could you have created from a place of excellence? And then I said, man, that's really good. And then that's when I said, okay, at least let me upgrade my living environment so that it's a place of excellence. But as far as like the cars and stuff like that, it just never made sense to me for you to have things before your people. You know, like, I just didn't get it. Like, I'm riding a Lambo, but my grandma got debt. It didn't make sense to me. So I was like, okay, let me get my mom her house, get my mom her car, pay off all my grandma's debt, and then go and do my thing, because they the reason I was able to get where I am anyways.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's a different, but again, we talking about mindset, right? And I think that's deep what Vic says, like, okay, that's from a place of lack, but when you make the transition, you're going to feel and move a little bit differently. The clarity, the ethos.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? The frequency that you're flowing at is different. It's
Correct.
a higher vibration, which now your life can bear a different type of fruit. But there is still a discipline, bro.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people, bro, that grew up in the hood, that grew up struggling, just like you did, just like I did, that's just trying to make it over, and then they come up on some money and they lose it.
Right.
Like, we can learn from the Mike Vicks. We can learn from Tyson. We can learn from Hammer. You know what I'm saying? It's like, got all this money, never had this type of money, and then they lose it. Like, we can learn from them.
Right.
And so I also think that though it was from a place of fear, I think there's wisdom.
Yeah.
I should be afraid to touch fire. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's like I could get burnt. So I
Right.
do think there is a shift in mindset, but it's also a healthy thing that you were so disciplined that says, man, I'm never going to go back there again.
Yeah.
And so I do have to highlight that.
My name is Daryl Stinson. I'm a transformational speaker and coach. Prior to joining the Next Level Speakers program, I was a seasoned speaker with over 10 years of experience, but I couldn't figure out how to cross that 10K barrier just quite yet when it came to compensation. I wanted to be paid $25,000 per speech because I had been told for so many years that was what was available for me, but I couldn't figure out how to do it on my own. Next Level Speakers helped me to see how inconsistent I was in my marketing and how much I was getting in my own way. What makes this community unique is the camaraderie, the collaboration that exists here, and there's what I would describe as a special anointing when you come into this program. I followed the teachings and blueprints that they provided, and now I make anywhere between $10,000 to $25,000 per speaking engagement. This organization operates with a spirit of excellence. The Next Level Speakers Academy helped me elevate my speaking career to a whole new level. Now, my old ceiling is my new floor.
I appreciate that.
And Jeremy, to touch on what you just said, like especially with the mindset being the focal point, I think just in the fact that you're able to be confidently humble, right? Because you moved to a new city.
Right.
You don't have the support of your family, and a lot of times we get confidence from our family and friends, right? You're here. I'm not gonna say on your own, but establishing yourself amongst strangers and new acquaintances, you know what I'm saying? Maybe turning friends, but to start, these are strangers, right? For you to not pull up and show your success to new people you're making an impression on while advertising for your brand because of your conviction to it, whether you say it's fear or the humility or the respect for where you're going, like Jeremy said, it just says so much about you as a person. That's the same person that was outside of the party, not worried about how you looked.
Right.
You were so focused on figuring out how this worked. You didn't care about who saw you as the lone dude outside the club staring. Because somebody else could be like, man, when I get inside, I'm going to have to find out what's going on with this club, because even though that's what I'm really curious about, I'm not about to be out here looking lame to people walking by.
Yeah.
But the type of focus, when you're that driven, when you're that locked in on something, you don't have a chance to think about or care about what somebody else is worrying about because you're so locked in on that. Is that accurate of me to say?
Yeah.
Or what kept you so on point with that?
Bro, that's a really good point. I didn't even think, like, it wasn't even a thought, like, at all. I wasn't outside, like, oh, what are they going to look at? I guess I was so frustrated with my situation. It's like, bro, I don't care at all.
That part.
Then Jeremy, we need to talk to him real quick, because
yeah.
that's what we're trying to encourage our people to focus on. You was sick
and tired of being sick and tired.
Right.
She was like, what I look like going inside this club? Kick me out. I'll probably go next week. But right now, I need to figure something out. I should be the one out here collecting this money.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the apartment with 5 people in my bedroom with swapping the bed.
Yeah.
And it's Tuesday. So this is not my night. I'm sleeping on the floor.
Right.
I need to figure, but I'm trying to get in the dough. Reality is I'm sleeping on the floor.
Right.
It's a different type of mindset.
That's true.
I also think that, I'm sorry, but I also think that for him to take that mindset, move forward, and get the type of success, but still stay there, there's an unwillingness to become the just the fruit of what you were becoming.
Understood.
I think you were so attached to the roots. We're looking at trees right now, right? You know what I'm saying? Like when you're growing something big, it can produce fruit that's attractive. Oh, look at what's growing on there, da-da-da. But you was just like, the fruit is not going to be the essence of who I am.
Right.
I want to be so grounded and rooted in what it is that I am, that my fruit, I never lose access to the fruit that I'm growing.
That's one of the biggest lessons I learned, genuinely. And it was a lesson I learned in business because we made a lot of money and then we lost it all. But it's because we didn't have the character traits to maintain money.
I just keep saying that.
When I realized that, I lost it all. And then I was like, okay, I lost it all, I can get it back. But the one thing that I remember when I lost everything, I asked myself, I said, who are you without money? Who are you without success? Who are you without a business? Who are you without a following? And then I was like, I want to work on that person because that person is going to be able to sustain money when it comes back around. And then that's when I started to develop character traits like, loyalty and, whatever it is, like stewardship, et cetera. So, and that's what.
Strong.
So what, I know support Black colleges. What are the different things that it supports within like the Black college, the HBCU system?
Yeah, 100%. So there's two things. Number one is I always say like support is more so a verb for me in general. Okay. So for instance, like if I was Bill Gates and then I just said, what's your favorite cause? Here's $1 billion. Like go have fun.
Yeah.
Like that's not support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we've number one, mentor folks in the community.
Okay.
Number two, we also do give back. Okay. So even when we have like wholesale orders, we'll give a percentage of the funds
back to the college,
et cetera. And then also like we educate. You know what I mean? Like there was crazy to me is like no one knew about HBCUs like that. So then we're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a month purely just to educate folks in general what we're doing.
Your sweatshirts were marketing too.
And the HBCUs, like, they really should be cutting a check, bro. Because the attention and the focus that you bring to them is
So
huge.
true. So
I mean, I want to talk about, let's go back to, let's explain to our viewers and our listeners, like what you did for your grandma. I want you to take your time there and then what you did recently for your mom. Because I found myself on Instagram and I'm sitting here rolling, thinking like, why am I feeling hella emotional right now? You know what I'm saying? And so talk about that, bro.
So with my grandma, it was actually crazy because she texted me and so what happened was she called me and then she left a voicemail and then I called her back and I was like, hey, because she was just returning my call. So then I told her, I was like, Mima, you don't have to leave a voicemail. You could just press call back and it'll call me and then we could talk or whatever. She just don't understand the technology. So then she texted me and was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that, these iPhones or whatever. I actually went to the store and then they told me I need to upgrade from iPhone 11 because it's going to start moving slower, but I don't have enough to do it. And then I just already got so much debt and X, Y, and Z. And then I was just like, bro,
that didn't sit right.
I just didn't like, I was just tired, tired of it. Yeah. So I was just like, okay. So then I just I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, how much debt does she have? Yeah. And then she told me, and I just went to the bank, pulled it all out, and then she came over, and because we go to church on Sundays and stuff, so I'll take her to go to church, we'll go eat, and then afterwards, I just sat down with her, and then we were talking, and then I just gave her all of the money that she needed. So that's happened there.
For sure. Oh, for sure.
You didn't prepare me for this.
Right.
I'm getting in my feelings. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And what was her reaction?
She was just grateful, like. Yeah,
shocked.
She was shocked, grateful, just thankful.
Probably like, no, don't do. You don't have
she was
to
like,
do
you don't
that.
have to. She's like, well, no,
And then and you felt probably like,
oh
dang,
man,
like
I just love them so much. Like my mom, my grandma, they're just the greatest women on earth.
Now talk about moms, bro.
Yeah. So my mom's a real estate broker. So when she had me, she was learning how to do real estate. So she had a full-time job doing IT work, and then she would do real estate on the side. And then the job that she was doing IT for, she was doing computer work. They fired her because they realized that she was doing real estate work on the side. So then she had to go full-time into real estate, but she didn't know how she was going to make it work. So she actually picked up like doing bottle service on the side and then doing real estate, but she was able to get out of bottle service and do real estate full-time. So I'm setting that story up to let you know, like, she knows houses. Like, that's what she does. She's a broker now. So then she's just telling me, man, I'm really looking at this one house and I really like it or whatever. And then I'm like, cool. In the back of my head, I'm like, I want to do something. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah. So then I call her agent and then I was like, what's she looking at? Like, what is she like? And then she told me, and I was just like, set it up however you got to set it up, but just take care of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then, she was like, cool. So then I went to Houston to just fly to go visit my mom randomly.
Yeah.
And we went to our favorite taco spot. And then we got out of the car, or got back in the car. I just took a video and I just told her, and then she started crying.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, bro. That's the stuff, man. You know, I tell people all the time, man, like, that's the aspect of next level living. This is like to give back, to be a blessing, to do for others. And I can only imagine, bro. I think I felt so emotional because I remember when my mom had a stroke, it felt good to be like, you don't have to worry about working no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she coming to visit you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In like a week or so. She fly first class wherever she go. Like, it just feels good.
Yes.
That's a big boy move, bro, to be like, that house you want.
Different.
Like,
I got
just,
you.
put it together.
Yeah.
Send it to me, bro. That's beautiful.
Sheesh.
Let me tell you something, man. My goal, this is a prayer request for everybody. I want to get my dad a boat, bro.
Oh, that's dope.
I came across a boat because he loves fishing. And so, God willing, we'll retire him from the current church. But I want to get my pops a boat, man. So we're going to touch in the grave,
That'll be
bro.
dope.
Yeah.
I found one 2020. And before I could buy it, somebody had already bought it. And I was hurt because I took them. And I had, not Shaquan, who's my videographer for Shaquan? I had somebody come with me there. And like we were going to just kind of rent it and check it out. And I had him filming and he was walking through. When you go downstairs, it's like a little table, lounge area. Then you go through and that's the bedroom, the bathroom, and up top. And he was just loving it. Yeah. And I was like, you like this property? He was like, man, this is amazing. This is a dream.
Right.
And so I called them folks the next week and was just like ready to make the play. And it was gone. And I remember I felt a way, but God was just like, delayed is not denied.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right
And
time,
so, but the price was so right. It was like, that was mine. But God was like, bro, what I got for you, what I got for him. But God know my heart.
Right.
And so, so when I hear stuff like this, I'm like, man, that's the move right there. To be able to take care of those who sacrifice for us. And your mindset is different. And I ain't gonna hold you. Deanna, I was feeling a little convicted. Like, man, I built our dream home before I built my folks' dream home. But then God was like, our. Negro, you got a wife and kids.
Right.
So you still single.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ready to mingle. Holla at my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's happening?
Right. But I say all that to say, like, bro, that's different.
Thank you.
And I'm grateful to have friends like you, bro, that got that type of heart posture.
Yeah.
That's like, nope, I'm gonna be aware. I'm gonna make the adjustments. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna turn from these ways. I'm about to do this. I'm gonna stay humble. I'm gonna stay down. I'm gonna keep my head locked in and focused. I ain't concerned with what the media, social media, and the other influencers doing. I'm just gonna put my head down and go in and add value.
100%.
And now I see how your following is growing. This is the last thing I'm gonna share before we wrap it up. I see how your social media is going crazy, close to 1 million followers, and you've been doing it by adding value, bro.
Right.
How are you cracking the code to find out the manufacturers that Zara and Louis Vuitton and Dolce and Gap, like all the big manufacturers, like how are you cracking that code, bro?
Bro, the secret is simple, bro. Like, I just take all of my best information and I just give it away for free. Like, that's how you grow. Like, that's literally what I did. I was like, what is everybody else selling? Then do I know this information and do I know more? And can I give it away for free? And I just gave it all away for free.
What do you mean by that? How is that the cheat code by giving away all the amazing stuff for free? Like, in my mind, it just don't make sense.
Well, you got to think about it like this, because what's the best way to articulate to someone that you can give value to them if they pay you? If you give value to them for free. So if I give value to someone for free, I'm telling the marketplace that I'm authority, and then also I'm showcasing that I have the ability to do this.
Gotcha.
And then now you have the information for free, but you're probably going to need help with the implementation.
Brilliant.
That's when you will pay us.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, bro.
Incredible,
Man, I don't know about you, Chris. I'm inspired, bro, by
I'm inspired,
your
man.
mindset, you know what I'm saying, your journey, and then the hard work and grit. And you know what else I appreciate is, besides that fly going in my eye.
Bro, I was trying not to scream into this microphone.
My man ran right into me. I appreciate you being willing. Don't get on Prince. Ain't nobody tripping.
Prince saw the fly.
I appreciate you saying, because most people wouldn't have did that. You said, we made millions of dollars, but we also lost it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect, bro.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people is like, we made millions. Zip. It's like, nah, but we lost it, but I learned from it. And then I realized who I gotta be, you know what I'm saying, to put myself in the best position to be able to attain it later, man. I often say God will bless you with what he can trust you with. And I think that's what you're experiencing now, man. Tell the people how they can connect with you, bro.
Yeah, you want to?
No, I was gonna say that, and then I was gonna ask you. So, like, since it's a Next Level Living podcast, we like to know what's next.
Oh, I see.
So for like you, whether it be spiritual, mental, whatever it is,
What's your next level?
What's your next level?
Yeah, this is actually really good. So actually right now, I'm kind of taking it to the next level right now. So I'm doing something that's called monk mode. So right now, I'm not watching any TV, not watching any movies. I'm not having sex, smoking weed, hookah, anything. I'm not listening to any secular music, and reading every day, devotional every day, etc. So like I'm just pretty much not doing anything with the hopes of that I'll be blessed to take it to the next level and then tapping in more in the spiritual side as well. You know?
What did you call that? What mode is that?
Monk mode.
Prince.
Monk mode.
Correct.
Monk mode.
Wow, how long you doing that for?
90 days.
That's amazing.
What day you
With
on?
that, yeah.
30.
Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah.
1/3 of the way.
That's
I'll
dope.
make sure I
For
tap
sure.
in with you
That was
now.
important. That was
Yeah.
important to know. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
monk
you.
mode.
Yeah.
So
I
no
like that.
hookah, no smoking, no
Secular
alcohol,
music,
no
nothing.
drinking, sleeping around, like not just like I'm
Yeah.
not smashing. I'm staying focused. I'm
Yeah.
staying locked in,
Yeah.
and then I'm replacing that with
That's
my
it.
prayer time, my devotion.
Yeah.
Podcast.
You know what I'm saying? Like positivity.
Correct.
Yeah. I often say, people say, Jeremy, how did you grow to go from this person you once were to now? It's a constant balance of starving the flesh and feeding the spirit.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like starve the flesh and feed the spirit. And so that's what you're doing right now, bro. And that's why this podcast is so special.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, we're gonna talk about the money, the success, the mindset,
But we
then
wanna-
also the
yeah.
discipline, the principles that's in place, man.
100%.
Excited, bro. Our people need to connect with you, man. Give them your stuff.
So Instagram, Justin P. Everything else is ecom, Justin P. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Phenomenal,
free.
bro.
Ecom, 1 M or 2 M's?
Just one.
1 M. Okay. Ecom.
Yeah,
There you
man,
go.
appreciate you, bro. Thank you for
Thank
tapping
you so
in.
much, y'all.
Thank you.
What
It was a
I
pleasure.
appreciate you.
Honest.
Thank you.
There it is.
Appreciate y'all watching this episode.
See you
We'll
next
see you
week.
next week.
For
Let's go.
sure.
I'm on another